Hello, YouTube. All right, so I was just talking to my coworker Ty about categories and tags and how you use them when you're writing blog posts, at least blog posts that are run on a website or published on a website that is run with WordPress. So, WordPress runs a significant portion of the internet. I'm not going to totally quote sites because I don't know for sure, but something like the New York Times is actually can be run on WordPress. So WordPress is really customizable, and that's one of the main reasons that I like to use it for the websites that I make. Your website is only as good as what you're putting on it, which is really crucial. To repeat, your website is only as good as the stuff you put on it. So pretty websites are fine and dandy, but they're gonna fizzle out. They're gonna die a slow death, as I just heard from an interview that Austin Kleon did with Chase Jarvis on his Chase Jarvis Live podcast. Worth looking up. I'll link to that below, actually. But so categories and tags are a good way to help assist someone. So let's start first with titles, I guess. So a title is something that accurately describes the content that you've made. So whether it's a video or whether it's a blog or whether it's both, you've described the benefits that someone will achieve after reading or watching your video or your article. These search engines use these titles. So some of the search engine optimization crew likes to talk about titles in terms of let's optimize clicks, like they want more clicks, right? And that gives a search engine a much higher ranking if you get more clicks on something or you get more people to link to your stuff. So that's good. But the issue is that some people will make titles that are inaccurate or promising of something that's not going to be delivered or promising of something that will be under-delivered. You'll hear the term clickbait. That's also just to get someone to click on your title. Those article titles that are like you'll never guess what happened next, blah 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 blah. So that doesn't describe at all this video. So for this video, I'll put something like titles and categories and tags for your website. So that's a short intro on titles. Categories, if you think about your blogs falling into separate sections, you want to put each blog into a bucket. So for example, our iFast University website, we have business posts, and then we have posts about anatomy, and then we have posts about physiology, and then we have posts about coaching different exercises, and et cetera, et cetera. So recently Ty wrote an article where he reflected upon the last year and a half that he's been writing a book and preparing a seminar on velocity-based training with our coworker Tony. So for him, it sounds like it's about velocity-based training, right? So velocity-based training is going to be in there somewhere. Big thing though is Ty is not instructing you on how to do any exercises or anything. He is walking you through his experience starting a business. So this is going to go in the business category. Then, moving on. So I try to keep categories to one or maybe two, and that's why I term them buckets, because generally you're going to place it in one bucket, and it can't be in both buckets unless it's like Schrodinger's cat or something like that. But then we move on to tags. So think about tags as a label for each post. So if I pull it out, what are some terms that might describe this article? So that's where this velocity-based training might come in. because we know this post of ties, this reflection is about velocity-based training, or it pertains to velocity-based training. And somebody searching, here's the key, somebody searching for anything about velocity-based training might be interested in this article. Likewise, we do a lot of different case studies, like examples of things on iFast University. And so this little reflection of ties is basically a long-term case study. So I will label it case study as well. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. So again, categories are buckets, tags are labels, titles accurately depict what you're going to talk about. These things are crucial, and I really think that all websites would get a lot better if you just took an extra 2 or 3 minutes to think about your tags and your categories. Because if someone comes to your website and they read something that they really, really like, well, they want to read more of it, right? And you're going to do them a disservice if you're just throwing a bunch of shit all over the place, right? And they can't find anything. So with doing this, it says, oh, wow, well, I really need to look at more of these business posts. So how about I click this business tag, and then WordPress, because it's magic, filters out all of the other posts and just shows them all the business posts. It's beautiful. It really helps you navigate a website. So keep that in mind. Spend a couple more minutes just organizing your thoughts and organizing your website, and your visitors will thank you.